Blue Water Climate Control. From heating and AC installation and repair, commercial or residential, when you choose Blue Water Climate Control, we offer solutions, not a sales pitch. Blue Water Climate Control. Veteran-owned, superior service.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is going to be watching this in the morning. I said I was going to try to go live, and I have, and here I am, and I hope no one comes in this chat because you all should be asleep. It is, 2 o'clock in the morning back in Knoxville. All of the stories and videos are up. You can find them at govols247.com. The stories are there. All of the video and highlights are on my YouTube page at YouTube. I can't believe Rachel's here. Rachel is awake. Hello. I got to stop what I'm saying and say hello to Rachel. Rachel, welcome to the 2 a.m. Eastern Time edition of the Buck and 2MC show. I did not even text Alexis. I know she's here. I saw her at the game, talked to her at halftime. So she hopefully is out having fun or asleep somewhere. But I've got all the video uploaded. You find it on my YouTube page at Maria M. Cornelius, and also GoVols247, and also on my Facebook page if you're looking for any coverage of the game. I am the only one in the media room, so I can talk now because I'm obviously not bothering anybody. There's no one here. I'm thinking about going to get some shots up, and if the SEC is watching this, I'm just kidding. But I could go play a little hoop right now. Rachel said she's a night owl. Obviously, I was just telling people that I was going to do this, and y'all could wake up and watch it in the morning if you wanted to. But Tennessee did exactly what it needed to do. We have a little orange soda here, a little sun-kissed soda, a little sugar to keep me awake here. Tennessee did exactly what it needed to do, which was get in the game early, get it going early, do not play from behind like they did in Tuscaloosa. And Tennessee had a 15-5 lead at the end of the first quarter, and that is exactly what the Lady Vols needed to do. Alexis Dye set the tone early, ended up with 16 points, 14 rebounds. It's like postseason Dye has arrived, and that is Tennessee is a so much better team when she's getting on the glass like that. Oh my goodness, she was aggressive to the glass on offense and defense, particularly on offense. You just cannot keep her off the boards if she decides she wants to go to the glass. So hopefully Alexis can stay in postseason mode. Ray Burrell found her shooting stroke tonight. Tennessee was very happy to see that. She finished with 21 points, 8 of 9 free throws, 3 of 5 from the arc, and did an outstanding job on defense. She drew Brittany Davis of Alabama, who has I think put up 73 points in her last 3 games. She had 4 against Tennessee. She was 0 of 7 from the arc. And in Alabama's defense, this was their 3rd game in 3 days, and that's hard. They beat Auburn on Wednesday, they beat Georgia on Thursday, and then you have to turn around and play Tennessee on Friday. That is why you want this double bye, because you have your legs when you get this far along in the tournament. Obviously, as y'all know, Kentucky beat LSU. And so Tennessee and Kentucky will meet tomorrow. That will be a 7:30 p.m. game, 6:30 here in Nashville, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. It was an exciting game if you saw it. Kim Mulkey got quite a technical foul. Of course, in the Alabama game, Christy Curry got 2 technical fouls in the first half and was ejected from the game. She said after the game she's always going to stand up for her players and be passionate and fight for them. She obviously couldn't talk about the technicals because you're not allowed to talk about the officiating, but she did answer the question and explain a little bit about what was going on as far as why she was angry and fighting for her kids. It was not a very well-called game. I think everybody could see that. Kelly, I think, was just as mad as Christy Curry was in the first half. Kelly was that mad in the second half, but didn't manage to elevate it to the technical level. But the Kim Mulkey technical was something else. That if y'all missed it, I'm sure it's on YouTube or Twitter somewhere. She had a lot to say to the official, and he actually waited before he teed her up, even though she was on the court in live ball action. And then when she kept coming, he teed her up. So that was quite the demonstration of how to be angry at the officials. it was a little maybe overboard, but at that point, she really thought the shooter got fouled. I couldn't see it. I was blocked off from where I was sitting. I'm not sure who initiated the contact, but it was a player ends up on the ground, and things went kind of crazy. A really cool moment during the LSU Kentucky game was Nikki Caldwell was here. Her niece Kayla Pointer plays for LSU, so she was here in the LSU section and in support of Kayla and the coach and the team she used to coach. And it was one of the loudest crowd moments of the game. Tennessee fans were standing up and cheering. LSU fans were cheering. So that was a really nice moment to see for Nikki Caldwell. We all call her Caldwell still. Nikki Fargas being here in Nashville for that moment and taking in the LSU Kentucky game. Kentucky, they look good. Ryan Howard had 32 points. She has definitely found her stroke. Kentucky, when Tennessee beat Kentucky earlier this season, Kentucky, I think, was down to 6 or 7 players. They're back now, sort of the opposite of Tennessee. Kentucky has injured players and have gotten them back, and Tennessee keeps losing players to end the season. So it's going to be another interesting game. Kentucky looked very, very good. I think key will be what Tennessee did today. You cannot come out and dig yourself in a hole. You just don't have, with so many injuries, so many players hurt, you don't have the firepower you need to really climb out of these deficits. They almost did it last time they played LSU, but couldn't finish at the end. So the best thing for Tennessee is not to get in that hole to begin with. A really good box score. I thought the 4 freshmen did an outstanding job for their first SEC tournament in terms of defense. Kaya Wynn and Brooklyn Miles' defense was outstanding. Brooklyn Miles, the charge that she drew, I think she got there. I'd love to see that slow down, but what an impact that was. And she took it. I mean, she went sprawling across the floor. And, I mean, Kelly was high-fiving her after that one. So shout out to Brooklyn Miles. Kaya Wynn, outstanding defender. Tennessee really needs that defense from her right now, and she is delivering. She can keep people in front of her, and that is unusual for a freshman. Sarah Puckett, Caroline Stripling came in, did what they needed to do, hit some shots. Tess Darby, 12 points, wasn't off from the arc. She had a couple really good baskets and quick transition, so good to see her. Based on the 21 jerseys from Orange Mountain Designs, there's a lot of fans here for Tess Darby. There was a lot of 21 shirts, but I saw all the other kids too. I saw the Puckett shirts and Stripling shirts and of course Jordan Horston, Tamari Key. I mean, just it's really cool to look out in the stands and see jerseys that are going for players, and the players are able to benefit financially from their names and number being on a shirt. Rachel said, I loved how they played Rocky Top after her ejection. Yeah, that was pretty funny. They also played Sweet Home Alabama at one point, and it was after a Tennessee play. So the PA announcer was having a bit of fun, most definitely. I do want to pull up a picture here. Let me see if I can find it. For those that are in town, Tennessee doesn't play till 6:30 local time, 7:30 Eastern time. It's late. I will admit I'm getting tired. So absolutely, if you're thinking of coming over and you're able to on Saturday, come on over. There was about 7,000 today, and I'd say 85% at least were Tennessee fans. Also, Orange Mountain Designs is set up at the Lowe's Vanderbilt Hotel. That is on West End Avenue. It's just about a mile from the arena. It's absolutely gorgeous here. I actually walked it today just to get some exercise and get out and go over and see Terry and everybody at Orange Mountain Designs. Mickey Dearstone will be there from 11 to noon. He will be doing meet and greet and talking to fans. The store is open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tomorrow at the Lowe's Vanderbilt Hotel. It's also Tennessee's hotel, so you're very likely to run into Tennessee players and staff people while you are over there. So it's if you're going to be in town or if you live here, get over there if you can tomorrow, see Mickey Dearstone, and thank him for all he has done as the voice of the Lady Vols. Plus, Terry's got, she's basically moved her store here. She somehow got her store out of Alcoa and into Nashville. So they brought in truckload of stuff, it appears, from everything set up in the store. So you will definitely be able to find something that you like and some new stuff. And there's all kinds of knickknacks, bottle openers, and all sorts of good stuff. Yeehaw, I believe it's on 6th Avenue, has also been doing the pep rallies. I know Orange Mountain Designs had a couple things over there. They went over for that. It is packed. It is orange. And I think Tennessee could really use even more fans. So if you can get here, get on over here Saturday. I'll take a look at some other. Tennessee had, at the box score, Tennessee had 17 assists on 26 made basket. That is fantastic use of sharing the ball. Ray Burrell had 7 of those assists. So outstanding work by Ray. Tennessee had 23 turnovers, and I'll be honest, I knew they had several, but that number seemed high to me when I looked at the box score. It didn't feel like 23 turnovers, but there were some. Alabama swarms the ball on defense. They do not give up on the ball. And there were a lot of tied balls and a lot of loose ball scrambles. And I think Jordan Horson's elbow flinches every time that happens. 9 blocks overall. Tamari Key accounted for 5 of those. Alexis Dye had 2. Caroline Strickland had 1. And Brooklyn Miles had 1. She stripped a player going in for a layup. That got Tennessee really fired up too. With 5 blocks, Tamari Key is now tied Kelly Kane. Kelly Harper did not block shots. Sorry, Kelly. She has now tied Kelly Kane for 113 blocks in a single season. So congratulations to Tamari Key. That is quite an accomplishment. She's also now only 4 blocks short of tying Candace Parker for all-time blocks at Tennessee. Candace had 275, and Tamari Key is at 271 and wasn't Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC, something I do not understand. That is a hallowed record in the SEC and at Tennessee, and Tamari Key has so much effect on an opponent's game plan. I mean, one thing Tennessee did in this game, even though Alabama shoots 3-pointers from all over the floor, Tamari Key stayed home. They basically relied on the guards to get out, fight through screens, get to those shooters, allowed Tamari Key to stay in the paint. And that is a big part of Alabama's game plan, is to get to the paint on drives. And when you're driving in and Tamari Key is there to greet you, you either get blocked, as they did 5 times, and those all came in the first half, or you peel out and you alter the shot, or you don't get as good a look. So what Tamari Key has done for Tennessee this year on the defensive end is incredible. Rachel said, I'd rather play with TK than against her. I agree. And Rachel, I just want to point out again, I am so impressed that you are up at this hour. I actually ran into a Tennessee fan out on the outside at the fan event they have, where there's shooting baskets and giveaways. And I was doing a live interview with WATE about the Nikki Anna CK fundraiser. We reached goal on that Nikki Anna CK fundraiser of over $58,000. They wanted to talk about that. And a fan said, are you going to do this show? And I said, yes, I'm going to do it. I don't think anybody's going to be awake, but I'll do it. And you can watch it in the morning and hear me meander about it and talk about different plays in the game and different things that happened. Overall, I just think it was a fantastic way to start the tournament for Tennessee. They are definitely a team that remains a sum of its parts, and they got a lot of those parts to come through today. I think Ray Burrell being able to put up 21 points, I think that will help her. And once again, I want to shout out Ray Burrell, not only on her assists, but her defense. She had to pick up Brittany Davis and did an outstanding job. Ray is an outstanding defender. I don't think she gets a lot of credit for her one-on-one defense. And at her size, it's not that easy to move laterally, and she's still dealing with that knee issues. So it was really good to see Ray get rewarded on the offensive end too. She put up 29 minutes. Tess Darby went 30. Brooklyn went 26. Jordan Walker had some foul trouble that put Brooklyn in for a good amount of time to help out with that. Alexis Dye went 30. Those are not unusually high numbers, which is good because Tennessee obviously has to go tomorrow against Kentucky, which got here by beating LSU today. And what was Kentucky just that they were firing. They were just clicking on all cylinders. They jumped out to a huge, kind of very similar to what Tennessee did. They jumped out to a huge lead on LSU, and LSU just too deep of a hole to even think about coming back. Alabama made some mini runs in the second half, but they couldn't really threaten Tennessee to where you really actually thought the nature of the game would change. So that was really good for Ray. A lot of alumni here. They put, if you could register if you were an alumni for the different teams coming to the games, and they put 24 names up of Lady Vol alumni. They spanned all the teams too, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010 and up. And several didn't. I went over to talk to them. Several didn't reply to the RSVP. They didn't see it or didn't open the email. And there were actually at least 27 former Lady Vols in attendance tonight. I ran into Ariel Massengale. Her mother's here. Anita Massengale, and her father's here, and her grandmother's here. So that's the strength of the Lady Vol brand, obviously, is to be able to do that, to have at least 27 alumni here on a Friday night for a game in Nashville. Since the last time we talked, obviously Jasmine Powell, the Minnesota point guard, will be transferring to Tennessee. She committed to Tennessee on Wednesday, I believe it was, and the days are running together for me. She committed to Tennessee on Wednesday. She will enroll this summer. I got to talk to her by phone. I'll put that story up later. Just a wonderful young lady to talk to. Very excited about Tennessee. Very much aware of the legacy of Pat Summitt. Part of the reason she chose Tennessee was the strong legacy at Tennessee, and what she really wants a Final Four and a national championship, and she considers it an honor to have been recruited by Tennessee and be able to come there. So she'll be very, very big addition to the Tennessee team. Will give them even more depth at point guard. She also is a tremendous defender. She can score. She distributes the ball. So that is a good transfer pickup to get for Tennessee. So congratulations to Jasmine Powell for becoming a Lady Vol, and to the Tennessee coaching staff for getting her to come here. She did say that she played at Minnesota, of course. Michigan, at one point she knew Joy McCorvey from when Joy McCorvey was at Michigan and coaching in the Big Ten, and Joy McCorvey was the one at Tennessee who actually, she said, reached out to her first when she got in the portal. So just another shout out to the two offseason hires that Kelly made for her staff, and Joy McCorvey and Samantha Williams, and really getting Tennessee's recruiting on a really good track in the years coming ahead. I suppose I should talk about our other sponsors. Tap 40 Grill, of course, I'll put them up first. They're doing some remodeling over there. It looks like they're having quite a bit of neat new tables and new decor coming in. So get over to Tap 40 Grill in Powell and enjoy that. Also, the usuals, Alexis Hornbuckle basketball just past at Tutoring, the Collective Unfiltered, which has gotten going again on Monday nights. Orange Mountain Designs that we've already talked about, and Jamel Johnson's The Gold Standard. I want to put up the part about Mickey Dearstone. That is Saturday. He will be there at 11. He'll be there 11 to noon over at Lowe's Vanderbilt Hotel in Nashville on West End Avenue. It's about a mile from the Bridgestone Arena. It's a straight shot, literally. Get on Broadway, it becomes West End, and you'll see the hotel on your right. So get over there to say hello to Mickey, thank him for everything he's done, and do some shopping while you're over there. Terry has set up a really nice outfit at the Lowe's Hotel. And we have another person in, Becky Alley. I just want to say once again a shout out to Rachel Henderson and Becky Alley. Becky, it is, like I said, it's after 2 a.m. here. It's in local time. It's 3:19 according to my computer. Hang on, a little orange soda here. I need a little sugar to keep me awake. Becky Alley, so welcome to the very late night edition of Buck and 2MC, which is just me, and I did not expect anybody to be in here. I thought I would just be talking to a screen. As you can see, I'm still in the media room. I've got the light actually right on me. It's sort of like being in a bat cave working in here. I can't even see the keys on my keyboard. The lighting has been quite interesting. You lose all concept of time and days when you hang out in the media room. But Becky has a great question. Do you think this seals us as hosting? Becky, in my opinion, it does. I think Tennessee would have been in the conversation to do so no matter what happened today. But I thought they get one win in Nashville, get to the semifinals at least of the SEC tournament. I think it absolutely, in my opinion, I'm not the selection committee, but in my opinion, it would absolutely seal Tennessee being able to host, being a top 16 seed and being able to host the early rounds on its home court. Does that mean Tennessee's in any way satisfied? No. They want to win. They want to beat Kentucky in the semifinals, and they want to get to Sunday. But I really think they have done nothing but boost their resume to host, particularly the way they won this game. You want to see that a team is doing well and able to the committee pays attention to how you're playing in postseason. I'll put it that way. So that was a really good win for them. Keys to them against Kentucky is same thing today. Or yesterday at this point, do not get in a hole. Do not bury yourself early in that game and have to expend a lot of energy coming back. And also, you're going to have to, Ryan Howard, you're going to have to get, she was on fire today. I don't know if y'all saw that game, but she just had an amazing game, 32 points for Kentucky. You're going to have to account for her and be all over her. You cannot leave her open. Now we got another person awake, Linda Smith. I don't know if y'all get notifications on your phone or if you're like me and you don't sleep, but I'm amazed. Linda Smith is here. She said, I thought this was the best Ray look since coming back from her injury. Linda, I completely agree. She missed her early shots, but she settled down. She did not let any missed shots affect her defense. She did an outstanding job on Brittany Davis. Brittany Davis has lit up opponents lately, and Ray tracked her all over the court. Kaya Wynn came in and did a good job. She had to pick her up too. Tennessee played outstanding team defense, and they played man-to-man defense. You can't zone Alabama. They can hit it from the arc too well. So they did a really good job with their defense. And Linda, I agree. Ray looked confident. She was releasing her shot in motion. Just looked good leaving her hand. And she ended up with 21 points and also 7 assists, which was outstanding. She got the ball moving. She got the ball inside, and she played outstanding defense. And that's what you need from your seniors. Postseason is built for experience, and Ray has played in a lot of postseason games. So really good to see her come around tonight and put those numbers up on the offensive end. I also, before you got here, Linda, we talked a little bit about the freshman. Perfect timing from Rachel. She pointed out Brooklyn hit that three. That was a big three. And then Kaya Wynn had a nice drive. Shot clock was winding down, and she made a very good drive to the basket and scored. Kelly got very good minutes out of all 4 freshmen: Sarah Puckett, Caroline Strickland, Kaya Wynn, and Brooklyn Miles. And Tennessee needs them. They need all 4. of their freshmen to play, particularly with Jordan Horston sideline. I know a lot of y'all probably saw the video on Twitter. Her rehab's going great with her elbow. That is great to see. But right now she's sidelined and her return is unknown. It obviously won't be this weekend. She's in no way cleared to practice, no way cleared to play basketball yet. She's week to week, as Kelly said, and Kelly needs the freshmen to pick up minutes and come in and do their job, and that's what they did. So it was a good way for Tennessee to start the SEC tournament and a good way for Tennessee to feel good about its first game. Linda said, I hope this will make the WNBA see that Ray should still go very high in the first round of the draft. Linda, I agree with you. And one thing that I know WNBA scouts will like about Ray is you have to be able to defend one-on-one. You cannot play zone in the WNBA. You don't play zone at that level. It's not allowed. You play man. And Ray Burrell can guard people one-on-one, and that goes a long way in the WNBA to be able to keep someone in front of you. And I think her offense, it looked better today. I think it'll come back around. I agree with you. Ray is a first-round draft pick, and I hope she gets picked where she needs to go, because she's an outstanding talent. Rachel said, I'd like to see Jessie Rennie get going again. Yeah, Tennessee, you've got to have threats at the arc, and Kelly was running 3-point shooters in and out just because the ball. If you can't get all of it, you've got to be able to get that defense out of the paint, and particularly when Tamari Key was out with foul trouble, she picked up her third foul very early, like in the first minute of the third quarter. It was a clean block from my end. I'd love to see it again, but that did not look like a foul. And that would have been block number 6. That would have set the single season record. So she'll just have to try to do that on Saturday. But Jessie's got a pretty 3-point shot. And right now, Tennessee needs people that can stretch that defense out. So I agree wholeheartedly that love to see Jessie get going. And just, like I said, postseason is upperclassman time. It's veteran time. But at the same time, I want to point out how well the freshmen did. So, and Jordan Walker, she had 6 rebounds, even though she was in foul trouble. 6 rebounds, 3 assists. I already talked about Tess having 12 points. Brooklyn Miles 5 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and drew a offensive foul that she got back in a hurry. Beat the defender to the spot. I think she got herself pretty well set and took one heck of a collision. The whole bench celebrated. And before y'all came in here, Rachel pointed out that I think that's when the when the PA announcer played "Sweet Home Alabama," and then of course Christy Curry. I can't recall ever seeing a coach getting tossed with 2 technicals in the first half. I mean, the second technical is an automatic ejection. If you get 2 technicals in a game as a coach, you're out. I don't know that I have ever seen it happen in the first half. And they were obvious. I mean, she was the first one. She was after the official. She said something quickly, or said something, or did something, because that technical came immediately, and she didn't seem surprised. She just seemed angry. The second one, she intentionally got. I mean, she was headed for that official, got the technical, and then very quickly just walked off. I mean, basically saying goodbye. So that second technical foul was not a questionable one. It was a calculated one. So I don't know that I cannot recall any time I've seen a coach be ejected from a game with 2 technicals in the first half, but we saw it tonight. Becky said, glad that Emily got a couple minutes. Yeah, it's always good when you can get players in a game, get everybody feeling good, get everybody in the box score. That is always good for a team morale. It's tough at this time of year. Tennessee is 23-7. They played 30 games. Teams are tired. Teams are beat up. Teams are injured. I mean, Tennessee has seen that, and this is where you got to reach down deep, and it takes everybody you've got on that roster to do something do something to help. Tennessee won every quarter except the fourth quarter. Like I said, Alabama made a little bit of a run in the fourth quarter, but nothing that was really threatening. Tennessee won the first quarter 15-5. They won the second quarter 19-15, and they won the third quarter 22-17. Alabama won the fourth quarter 22-18. So it was overall, and all 11 players that are available for Tennessee were able to play in the game. So that is also good. And at this hour, I was laughing, saying I'm going to go put some shots up. I'm the only one in this entire arena, but there may not be any basketballs, and I'm just kidding. Again, if the SEC is listening, I'm not going to put shots up. I'm going to pack my bags up and go get a little bit of sleep before we do all this over again. The fourth, let's see, what time are the games tomorrow? I think it's 4:00 Central Time. That will be the first semifinal, South Carolina and Ole Miss. Shout out to Ole Miss getting to the semifinals. They have really turned that program around. So congratulations to Ole Miss and Coach Yo. That they were I think 0-16 in the SEC 3 years ago, and now they're in the semifinals of the SEC tournament. We'll be playing number 1 seed South Carolina. And then, of course, Tennessee, Kentucky will be the second game, which approximate tip of 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Rachel said, did Marta break her ankle? Rachel, I don't know that they really said. She had to have surgery on that foot. I'm not sure they really. It was a stress fracture at one time, and I'm not sure it healed from a year ago. I'm not certain how they characterize that. But she's in that boot now. She's much more mobile. She's very active in warm-ups in terms of passing and rebounding the ball. She's not shooting or leaving her feet, of course. So very vocal talking, very vocal on the bench. Tennessee, I mean, this season needs to go a long time, but Tennessee's got a very interesting roster next season because a lot of people are forgetting about Marta and her very diverse skill set. So but like I said, I can't even think about next season yet. Got to get through this one. But thank y'all for being awake. I am absolutely stunned at those of you that are here. So I'm going to shout out all the night owls again. We got Becky here. We got Rachel here. We got Linda here. Y'all are diehards. So I appreciate you. I'm going to pack this up, get out of here. Thank you again for coming. For most of y'all, I hope you're listening to this in the morning. I'll do it again tomorrow night. I don't know what time I can get to this quiet moment and get it done. But at least it's a little bit earlier tip, so maybe it won't be too late. Y'all have a very good Saturday, and take care. And if you are here, if you're in town or can get in town, please go to the Vanderbilt Lowe's Hotel. Before I leave, I'm gonna put that up one more time. Let me find my graphic. Mickey Dearstone will be at the Orange Mountain Design setup at the Lowe's Vanderbilt Hotel in Nashville. It's on West End Avenue. It's about a mile from Bridgestone Arena. It's basically a straight shot from the arena. Go see him, talk to him. He will be there from 11 to noon. The store is open 10 to 5. So go thank him and see him. And I cannot believe that the voice of the Lady Vol is that he's winding down his time. And just an incredible man who's done an incredible job as the play-by-play and voice of the Lady Vols. So like I said, I appreciate y'all coming. Linda said we were hoping we would hear from you. Thanks so much for all you do. Linda, you are very welcome. Becky said thank you. Becky, thank you for coming. And Rachel said good night. She's got the sleepy face in the nighttime sky. And I agree. I think it's time to get some rest. I will see y'all tomorrow. Well, later tonight. I will see y'all later tonight. Peace.